My name is Rhiannon Giddens, and I play banjo and fiddle and sing. I realized that I had all these songs that I'd been kind of writing over the years about slavery times and about all these aspects of African American culture, just American culture, that I wanted to do something with. And so, finding my collaborator, Dirk Powell, we just started playing together, and then we started talking about it, and we started talking about what's going on in this country, and then I started talking about these songs, and we found this super cool vibe of this project sort of just kind of organically grew out of these conversations about out of this music that I already had, and then sort of turned into new music that we created in the studio, reflecting what's going on now and bringing in my crew, my band, my family, his family. It just became this real kind of beautiful organic thing, and that's really what I felt like I needed to make was, sort of my statement, and come out of my artistic sort of world. And we did it. I'm so proud of it. It was just a real kind of an amazing thing. You have to let go at some point, And I really believe in following your instincts, but then of course you have to surround that by skill and talent and, and hard work and dedication. But, you get to a point where you're like, if you're listening, that is in the place that it needs to be now out here. You could keep going forever until it's perfect, but what's perfect? It's it has to get to a form, and then it's all right, and it hits or it doesn't hit, but we're proud of what we did. So I feel good about. I feel like, we kind of reached this point where all right, off into the world, and yeah, music is one of the most powerful forms of anything. It's one of the earliest things we did as humans was make music, and I really think that music has a way of connecting people to these really deep subjects in a way that is instantly accessible. It provides a shortcut, when I read 14 books on slavery, and instill it into a handful of songs, they don't need to read those. I mean, it'd be great if they did, but they're not going to read those books. That's my job. I've read the books, and they get a shortcut into sort of the emotional depth of, some of the life stories that happen then. And that's all I could ask for, is if somebody could just sort of slip in there for a minute and just kind of feel that thing, And I think music is really important for that, because when you have protests, when you have social justice, you have to have empathy. You can't have any of that without empathy for the person who's standing across from you, whether it's the person across the aisle or the person who's with you, who's down and out, or whatever. You have to have empathy, and the power of music is that it can help foster that. It can create that. It can support, the feeling of, let me think about what it was like to be this person. For me, I love the chocolate drops, and they're a part of my mission. But what I've realized as a solo artist is that there's a lot of different ways of telling the story and of following that mission. So I'm right now I'm following what's in front of me, and it's this thing is rolling, and we're being able to do things in a way that, I couldn't do in the chocolate drops, because then it kind of turns into my band, me and the backup singers, and I don't want that. Whereas the ensemble that I have right now, we've just created this thing where we can do all of these different, electric guitars and the chocolate drops, not going to happen, but I can do that in this ensemble, and we can go all of these places. So right now I'm I'm feeling it, and I'm just rolling with it, and I'll play with the guys any day, so I'm sure at some point we will get the band together. But it's important to maintain the integrity of that band, because of what we represent. So this way I can kind of explore all of these things, and then when we get back together, we can kind of we can go hard and fast into the old stuff and really kind of hit it. So